Howdy all, grab yourselves a beer. It is time for some Path of Exile discussion, and today I'm going to talk about the Uber Elder fight. This is not about how to spawn Uber Elder. This assumes you've already achieved that goal. So you have the Elder infesting the Shaper's realm, and you've had 4 Guardians be infested by the Elder, and then you've gone and killed them all. After you've done that, in the process of doing that, you'll receive 2 sets of Shaper keys. We'll then go and we'll use these, and this will open up 6 portals to the Uber Elder encounter. It'll look like the Shaper's realm at first, but then you'll quickly see it's not. There's a bit of a lore event that'll take place, and you'll see that got prophecies going off in here. That'll be interesting. That's going to make it harder. Anyways, so you'll see here that Shaper is dragged off by the Elder before the plan. Zana's plan to use the Cosmic Arcana to lure then banish him can take place. Now you'll be fighting inside a room that will be familiar. It'll be the same as you fought in the regular Elder encounters. However, you'll be fighting the Elder and the Shaper simultaneously. As much as you've always thought of Elder as the main boss and Shaper as the secondary, in this fight Shaper is much more dangerous start to finish. They don't start with all their moves. However, the Shaper starts with his triple projectile ball, which is still a one-shot for most characters if you get hit by all 3 of them. And if you get hit by the first one, unless you're both stun and freeze immune, you're probably dead. You'll be stunned, frozen, and then hit by the second, which will stun and freeze, and then the third one will kill you. I don't have enough buffer to survive it. However, it is possible for people to build so much EHP that they can survive it, but it's very difficult. It has 25% cold penetration, so even if you get 90% cold resistance, the maximum possible, it'll only count as 65%, which is one of the reasons it's so deadly. Shaper also has his melee auto attack and his big charge up beam at the start. Elder has his Icicle Barrage attack and his melee auto attack to start with. Every 20 seconds, something will spawn that will leave a permanent damage over time area on the ground. If it's Shaper spawning them, it will be a volatile anomaly, same as you encounter in the Shaper fight. If it's the Elder spawning them, it will instead be a fairly tough monster called a Madness Propagator. They'll feel about as durable as a tanky rare monster, or a Rogue Exile in a tier 16 map. They don't do much in the way of actual attacks, but if they're left alone, they will cast a permanent physical damage over time aura on the ground. So basically you'll get vortexes from the volatile anomalies that do cold damage and won't go away, and they're also smaller than that vortex, and the physical version from the Madness Propagators. Those physical versions are hard to see. The cadence of the fight is that basically there are 4 main phases. During each phase, you will have to first the Elder will put up a shield, and you'll have to bring the Shaper down to a certain hit point threshold. Then once you've done that, the Shaper's will bring up a shield, and the Elder's shield will fail. The Shaper's shield is quite visible. It's a purple force field around him. The Elder's shield, less visible, but it is still there. Always you have to hit the Shaper first in every phase. Additionally, once you get both of them down to a multiple of 25%, there'll be an intermission phase where one of the bosses will go on strike for a little bit and will start conjuring up little monsters that you'll have to fight. This is a chance to regain your flask charges. Anyways, let's get started. And this is going to be interesting with that prophecy. That's a lesson from me to be careful of your prophecies. So here we go. Shaper is active. He's vulnerable. And you want to just target him with damage. Notice how I'm circling around Shaper and largely ignoring Elder because I know I can survive his big hit. Alright, that's a phase change. Shaper now has his force field up. Both the bosses have energy shield, although not an enormous amount of it. Oh, and there we go. That's a mistake. I did mention that will take you out. If you die in here, and as I say, this is softcore. If you die in here, you'll be sent to Oriath, which is really annoying. So at this point, Aura's back up, And then in we go. Precast any spells that are relevant to precast. For me, I'm using Stormbrand to proc Arcane Surge. Oh, and this is Elder Intermission. So Elder is currently taking a breather. This is a good chance for me to deal with this volatile anomaly here. Those ads aren't particularly dangerous individually, and you've got all the time you need for them. But they can sometimes conceal Madness Propagators like that one there. That was a Madness Propagator. I'm afraid... Oh! I just tanked a Shaper Slam. Don't do that. That was just really sloppy play because I'm distracted from commentating. Alright. Shaper's phased. Now I got the Annulus attack. I would rather not have detonated that there, but it was impossible to dodge because I didn't have an exact timer on the Annulus going off. The Annulus is like a Shaper Slam. It probably kills you. And actually it certainly will if you're not ridiculously tanky. This is Shaper Intermission. You'll notice I'm losing control of the area that I'm fighting in. I made some sloppy mistakes early on that caused some of the things to get positioned in bad spots. Partly commentary, partly it's just that I don't have this fight mastered yet. Annulus attack has to be dodged, even though I would rather be... Oh, that's a slam at the same time. That would kill a non-energy shield based character. There are some combinations you just aren't surviving in this fight. That's a Madness Propagator again. Oh, I only survived that because I had focus as an instant heal. This is the Elder's Tentacle Tantrum. One of those really annoying attacks that... Oh, here's his slam. Notice how all of these dangerous areas on the ground are not going away with time. And that was just... I didn't really have anywhere to run that I could see. I couldn't react fast enough. You do get better at this fight over time, but I've still got room to improve. I know the mechanics, it's the execution that I'm lacking on. So, we're currently in or just before the third intermission, which is the Elder's Intermission. I believe we're in it at the moment. Yep, we are. So that means that the Elders are not participating in the fight for a sec, he's just having a breather until all these trash are dealt with. He is slamming now. Now at this point, Shaper can be killed outright. Not if I cop that slam, I can't. Once Shaper's dead, you're just fighting Elder. You actually can't kill Elder until Shaper is dead though. Oh no, that's not good. Slamming, I can move. I got away with that, I didn't think I was going to. And he got killed by my glove enchant, of all things. That's one of the more ridiculous killing blows I've ever seen. Anyways, the prophecy actually didn't matter very much. That's what we want to see. Oh my god. Okay, you don't normally get loot that good. Let's just go through what we got there. That's a 4 Exalt item. Elder Astral Plate 86 is huge. Not so much in this league because it's not a life matter, but I'm going to look it up anyway because it's still a huge, huge pull. First things first, I want to get out of the dangerous area that I'm in and shift over my view out of the game client into PoE.Ninja. So let's just have a quick look. We've got the bases section, and we just had an Astral Plate, 86 plus Elder, 3 Exalts, In previous leagues, that would have been 15 when it's been a life meta. And we also had a Citrine Amulet Shaper. So that's disappointing. That's only 65 chaos. Anyways, I'm just going to jump back into the game client at this point. So you'll see the Astral Plate, several Exalt, or 3 Exalts, Prismatic Jewel. This is the Watcher's Eye unique. This is something that I generally tend not to identify when I get it. You can generally sell it in an established league for 4 Exalts unidentified. Most Watcher's Eye Jewels are 20 chaos once they're identified. However, there is a modest chance of hitting some of the top mods, which will give you a 20 Exalt Jewel. And there is a very small chance of hitting a jewel that has 2 or 3 synergistic mods. 3 synergistic mods that are all in demand will be upwards of 1,000 Exalted Orbs. That's right, we're talking many mirrors here. 2 that are synergistic and good will be a mirror. And if the third one is okay, but not ideal, then you might be looking at 2 mirrors. So yeah, basically, these are a huge gamble. Some people are variants of averse, like myself. I'll just tend to take the 4 Exalts when I get it and sell it unidentified. Other people are more gamblers at heart and like to open it. In any case, that's the Uber Elder fight. That's a messy kill. Most of my kills are messy at the moment. I haven't got this completely on farm. As I say, I understand the mechanics, but still a bit lacking in the execution. The key thing is always have radial velocity around Shaper. So if Shaper is standing where the map device is now, then what you want to be doing, you don't want to be walking like this. You want to always be moving, and you want it to be around Shaper so that he has to turn. Imagine that he was firing a Scorching Ray at you. You would want that Scorching Ray to be required to keep turning. If you do that, and as I said, I'm not flawless at this, then his triple ball can't hit you, and that's the most dangerous attack in there. He will learn his slam after the first interval, and the Elder will learn his slam after the second interval. Those do 10,000 physical damage. Now, needless to say, I can survive that, and I did in the video, but most characters, particularly live characters, will not be able to, and the correct way to play around it is not to ever try to take it, it's to get the fuck out of it. Anyways, if you got any questions, hit them up below. Otherwise, have a good one.